My first answer. Second answer, you are, I think, but I'm not sure I understand well, you are making a very interesting parallel between a Gen AI and a professor. Yeah? That's super smart. If the professor is bad, you're right. You can go and ChatGPT is gonna be sometimes better. If the professor is good, it's not just about, you know, pushing an on off button. Again, knowledge is not about only efficiency. It's a very long process. So if you're just looking for the right answer right now because you just do not care, there's no stakes in your homework or thing, yeah, you can push the button. But if you have more ambition for yourself, not for the professor, not for your parents, for yourself, in terms of dignity, in terms of being proactive and actor of your own life, of being, as I said, exceptional because you just can afford being average, then pushing the button can be a trap. And this parallel with the professor, pro- there's something profound, there's something deep in what you're saying. Because, yeah, Gen AI is going to reshape what being a teacher means, what being a judge means, what being a doctor means. Because yes, the first level of expertise, a Gen AI can give you, the first layer of answers, but not what is going on when we talk together, what's going on when we have a discussion, when we have a debate, when we confront our ideas. You can't do it with a Gen AI. You can have um, the impression, the illusion of doing it, but actually you're not doing it with a machine. So the role of a teacher is going to be paradoxically more important than ever, because it's not just about the output. It's not just about asking a professor, pushing the on button, and then going home and pushing the off button. It's not the right way, to build um, a trust relationship between teacher and students. So it's gonna be something else that is intangible, that is invisible. You can call it relationship, you can call it trust, you can call it human relation. I don't know how you're gonna call it, but it's very important, and it's going to go beyond the Gen AI stuff. I don't know if I got your idea right, but it's my answer.
Would like to pitching.
Yes. So, like what I say from the beginning. So it depends on the purpose of the student why you come. So it's okay for the student you go to the university just to maybe spend minimum effort to take the certificate. It's okay. It's okay. And then after you do something else. But most of the students they go to university is not to deal with the teacher. It's not to deal with the faculty. It's not to deal with the university. It's your life. It's to prepare for your career. And at the end of the day, after this, so the knowledge is your knowledge. It's not their knowledge. And you cannot blame that's okay because of this professor, because of this, because of that, and then I don't have my career. It's your responsibility. So so that's it first. So that's mean when we know this is our purpose, and now we have Gen AI. So Gen AI is we just have one option, one more option. That's it. So for example, I just very simple yesterday with from my friend, he sent me this. So time 9 a.m. tomorrow. So I have several options. I go by taxi, I go by cab, I go by driving, I can go by Grab, something like this. And then I asked the second question, can I park my car here? He said no. So I just reduce one option. And so we imagine like 10 years ago we don't have Grab. Now we have Grab. So that means we can drive by bike, we can take the cab, the taxi, or now we have one more option, go with Grab. So it's us, it's you to select you want to use Gen AI or no. It's not the responsibility of the professor. Yes.
Okay, thank you. I have a question from the audience, please. Please, can I have the mic for?
Xin chào các bạn. So I would like to say hello to everybody. I come here as a observer. Tôi tới đây là chỉ để xem thôi. I'm just invited by the consulate. Tôi được bên cô Duy của mời. But I have a question related to my job. Tôi có một câu hỏi nó liên quan tới cái nghề của tôi. Không biết là quý vị có thể trả lời giúp. I would like the lecturers here to answer for me, because when we read the newspaper today, we may see a lot of writers use ChatGPT to write. So, tại vì ngày hôm nay khi các vị mà đọc báo là rất nhiều nhà báo đang dùng ChatGPT để viết mà mình không có biết, but we don't know. I know because I'm in the profession. Tôi biết vì tôi sống cái nghề đấy nhiều năm, for many years. So I know. But how? So it's not real information. So how can we deal with this? Tức là đấy không phải là thông tin thật đâu. Giờ làm thế nào để mà biết, để phân biệt được? Đối với người bình thường, so for normal people, how can he or she deal with that? Not real information, not fake, but not real. Tức là không phải là thông tin giả, nhưng mà cũng không phải là thông tin gọi là như cách đây 10 năm hoặc là 50 năm mà tôi được học á. When I was at the school, I have to learn how to write and how to collect information, etc. But nowadays, it's not fake, but it's not real. So how can we deal as a human, a normal human, with this question? Tức là đối với một cái người bình thường thì làm như thế nào để phân biệt được và để biết, để hiểu biết chứ. Sách cái gì? Báo là một cái phương tiện để mình hiểu, đúng không? Nhiều hôm mình hiểu sai, rất là nguy hiểm. So how can we deal with that? Thank you. It's my question. Xin cảm ơn.
Okay, Dr. Asma, how you respond to the question?
The same way I answered the question about the professor, the judge, and the doctor, and the policeman, and the military. Yeah, of course you're gonna have journalists not working anymore, or just copying some texts from Gen AIs. But actually, we are already doing it. They were already doing it with with the Reuters and the very short news you got and when they are distributed. So again, many not jobs but work and works are going to be redefined. When it comes to information, it's very sensitive because you just can't copy from Gen AI. You have to go on field. You have to gather information. You have to talk with witnesses. You have to have the right understanding of a fact or a phenomenon or an event, and try to translated in your own views and ways, etc. So it's not only about giving a fact, being the journalist. It's not only that. So it's a pity if they are doing it. Some are doing it, but I don't think it's gonna be the rule. I don't hope so. But I see another maybe evolution, not necessarily that good for journalists, but for any other jobs, is this productivity promise. When you are a journalist in, I don't know, New York Times or Guardian or Le Monde or whatever, they are already using Gen AIs. And because you can delegate, the very annoying tasks to the machine, your employer will ask you to be more productive. And when you are working on sensitive jobs, sensitive work, sensitive sometimes facts, this increase of productivity can be super risky, because as a human being, you just cannot, even in your cognition, being, this, little thing in the loop. You need sometimes to breathe. You need sometimes to do annoying tasks just for your brain to breathe, actually. You cannot be the super journalist or the super doctor just working on very complex things. I mean, it's inhuman. It's not humane, actually. And this productivity thing, just be careful again. I know it's gonna be, you're gonna, sometimes it can be pleasant to gain time and to spare time to do other thing. But other thing is not going to go to the coffee and go home. Sparing time for your employer means you're gonna stay at work and work non-stop on complex issues. And even psychologically, it could be hard. So yes, regarding copying from Gen AI or from the internet news, of course, but it's the integrity itself of being a journalist that is questioned here. But if I go beyond the question, it's also about this productivity, promise. And actually, I don't know if it's a good promise. And from the beginning of our talks and keynotes, and I think I'm just realizing it, but my main fear is the following. What is the singularity of being a human being today? It's not just being the mirror of the machine. I mean, we have a problem here. Just awake and wake up. We are not machines. You need to have your own life, your own personal spaces, your own privacy, but inner privacy. And those tools, and more precisely, the way those tools are governed with this productivity thing, etc., it can be a bit hurting, really hurting. Actually, it hurts me.
Thank you. How about you?
So I just add a few more things, but more on the technical side, the digital side. So you can see nowadays the people are less patient. So that's mean we more on TikTok. We want more on the short video. We more on the short news. And even me, if I spend 90 minutes to watch the football, now it's not like before. So I hope maybe we can do the football matches 30 minutes. Because of the changing of the behavior of the digital user. So people that, and also the growing of the digital channel. So this means now people more on, they access more on information. And also because of all of this platform, we have more and more content creator, which means we have TikToker, we have the Facebooker, YouTuber, yeah, a lot. And it's also it challenge the journalists because it's also news, it's the information. So that's the challenge. And for the content creator, of course they need to rely. They have their own purpose. They have their own purpose. They create their community. They selling something, or they just for fun, or whatever. So they have different purpose. So that's why and also with the support from the technology. Now we have deepfake. We have fake news creation. So when I say fake, actually it's not fake. It's just a half of the truth, and then it's misleading. And then they can create the content faster. But technically, when we have the team, we also have the policy. So the research team also in the state of the art. So a lot of research already have some of the methodology to detect the fake news. I think also in the university, a lot of university in Vietnam, there are a lot of research about this topic as well. So this means technically we have this. We have this to detect if that's the fake news or this is the new created. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. I'd like to ask some point here. Asma said about the pressure of the job here nowadays. We have more workload, have to be a pressure of workload, and then maybe the journalists have to, on pressure, have to use the tool to help them with the productivity. For example, here I have a friend. He's the president of a company, and then he told me that like a couple of years ago, I employee, let's say he asked a employee to produce a content for marketing campaign, and usually they will ask for 3 days to do that, but now he just give the employee 3 hours to do that, and so the employee now have to know the tools to do the job, but Ms. Asma's right about if you use AI work, it's average, and also now we have to know about the power of the media. Once the normal people may not know that is not right, but some we know. Now, if we are, I say a responsible citizen, we will point it out. It reminds me of a video I seen recently. A professor come to a class, and then he just asked one student, "Could you please leave my lecturer and never come back?" And the student in the classroom very surprised, and no one say anything. No one say anything. Why he just asked one student to go leave the classroom, and then so after the student left, he asked why no one asked the question, because was he very hard on that student without ask her to leave the room without any reason. So that is the job. If we see something wrong and we don't say anything, the next thing will happen to you if you don't do anything. So that should be to be a responsible citizen. You live in a society where we have the law to enforce, and then so if you see something wrong, you should point it out. So that would be the power of media nowadays. Now, see, if you see something wrong, let's say, and point it out, then that journalists who use the AI to generate work, and then day by day, nobody will read their work anymore, and then he will out of job. I think that would be the right answer. Once people know that he do the fake news, and then no one will read his work, and then he will leave out the system, and then he have no work. I think so. Any more questions from the audience?
Đỡ ai trả lời.
Yes, please.
Just to come back on what Dr. Mala was saying about the way to prevent as well. There's many ways to prevent the use of ChatGPT for students. Actually, I asked ChatGPT, and he said like it's unrealistic, and even if there's like for him there's 7 ways to actually prevent it. But he's very full of himself, so he doesn't really believe that we can actually like prevent it, right? In case you would be right, or it would be right, I have a question for the moderator, for Anton. Isn't like necessarily the moment for education to relook at what we are evaluating among students? Because for now we know that it was about like the capacity to absorb knowledge and to I would say like process it in a way that the education was looking for it. But as more and more the knowledge would be like outsourced or outlooked like somewhere else than the brain of the students, isn't like a necessity or I would say like a identity crisis for the education to relook at what is expected of the students, considering that the fight against the use of ChatGPT may be like a lost battle in the years to come.
Thank you for the question. We live in the society that the more and more technologies come to our life to help us, and then in certain way it's bring benefit, and also certain time it can be misused. So we need to adapt to the situation. Like with the student can now use a lot of tools to help with their work, and the lecturer have to adapt to that situation. First of all, we can reformulate the assessment in the way that can minimize the use of AI. And also, I only point out that we can do oral presentation. We just know whatever they submit, just a part of their work. They need to present an understanding of the work. If they just use the tools, then they won't understand. So we know if they understand, and also we can do the project-based learning in the way that the more project-based learning, they have to do more the work. It just not use the tools anymore. They have to do the work, and also we have to use tools to help us, to catch out those students that they only relies on the answer from the tools. We use tools to catch tools. So that's my answer. We need to adapt for the changing situation to more suitable with the way, so that to bring the best out for students. So what about you? Do you have answers?
I'm not a dean of any school, and I think I already gave my answers the following hour and a half. So my point of views, I hope, are pretty clear. It's not a matter of banning; it's a matter of doing differently, and coming at school in the physical places are going to be very important, more than ever, to make something else than just learning. It's gonna be something else, going to school, going to uni, larger than just learning.
So be the same. So what I believe is the student is not come to the university just to finish the homework. So they're more than this.
Okay, I hope that's we answered your question. I think that's can conclude our workshop today. Thank you very much.